hello to whoever is watching this. So I guess I should start off by introducing myself. So I'm Julia Rose. This is my first ever video on this YouTube channel. And I was asking around about what I should film for my first one, and I got a lot of like your, daily routine, I guess, like my everyday makeup routine. So I will be doing that. So to start off, I usually exfoliate my face. For that, I use the Basha exfoliating peel gel. It's pretty expensive. It's actually maybe about $34. It's $34. And then I shave my eyebrows, so I carved them out. And that's probably why one of them, meaning this one, looks jacked, because I jacked it up by accident. So the best moisturizer ever that I've used is the Ole Henriksen Nurture Me moisturizing cream. It looks like this. You can see that? Yep, there you go. And it smells like a creamsicle. Yeah, basically, if you have really dry skin, or if some foundations make your skin look dry, or maybe powders or something, this really helps. So I just put on my forehead first. I don't know why, but I always do my forehead first, and then I do the rest. And by the way, this is also like very expensive. It's $40. If I'm not using this, like a good dupe for it, I guess you could say, is the Kopari Coconut Melt. I believe the small one is $15. The big one's probably around 30 something. They both work really well. This one just probably smells better because it's like a creamsicle. This one's basically just like putting coconut oil on your face, so not a lot of people like that. I don't care, and it works. Like, it really makes me feel hydrated still. This makes me feel like a cooler, hydrating feeling. You know what I'm saying? The primer I would normally use would be the Urban Decay Optical Illusion. So this is what it looks like. It's kind of hard with this ring light here, but it's what it looks like. This, I believe, was around $30 also. So that's also why I don't use it as much as I normally would. And my mirror, I moved right here, so it's not like, not annoying for me to be looking behind. But this one basically blurs your pores and makes your skin look really smooth. So basically, if I'm not using this because it's so expensive, I use this other primer that I bought prior, which you probably already know what. Too Faced Hangover Primer. I use that, and also with the coconut oil that I would use, it makes you feel a lot more refreshed, like the Ole Henriksen does. I believe that this Optical Illusion primer is basically just more tacky, in my opinion. I don't know if that's right, but you know. The next thing I do would be my eyebrows, and usually people do those off camera because it's just so annoying, and sometimes I could spend like 10 minutes on them, 15, 20, sometimes even 30 minutes on them, just because I'm a perfectionist, and if they don't look the way I want them to look, then it's a wrap. Like, I'm done. So I guess I'll just, if I start having issues, I'll cut it, turn the camera off, whatever, and then I'll come back and bam. The first thing I use to do my eyebrows would be the Anastasia Beverly Hills. I believe it's called the Perfect Brow Pencil. I've just been using it a lot, so the name is kind of cut off. With this pencil anyways, you should always have a sharpener with you, and it's dirty, I know. Basically, it works best when it's super duper sharp. I mean, that's a given. I'm just gonna zoom you guys in. Sorry if I look disgusting. I apologize, honestly. I really do. I just brush all of my hairs up. Okay, good, you can see. So when it's I basically just start sketching it out. Okay, what if I do this? Does this work? Yeah, I think this works. Okay. Yeah. Sometimes I need to brush it again because it just go a little crazy. Okay, so basically when I outline when I outline the underneath of my brow, the bottom of my brow, whatever you want to call it, I just scratch my face. Then I basically do the top and I just brush down, you know, with whatever will brush down. Okay, and then we just do the same thing we did to the bottom. Now this is my good eyebrow only because the other one always messes up somehow. Sometimes this one messes up because it'll look like really short. So basically my eyebrows just love to piss me off, especially since I've been shaving them myself. Because the shaver sometimes just takes off way too much, which is what it did to this one. Like right here. But what can you do? Okay, so sometimes it'll look a little wacky, which mine basically does right now. That's going to be fine because that's what the concealer is for. I do carve out the bottom and the top too. Some people on YouTube, you see, just do the bottom. I don't know how, but they do. Yeah, I mean, I might just make this a little bit thicker though. So the next thing I use for my eyebrows is going to, again, be Anastasia, the Dip Brow Pomade. I wanted to make sure I got the name right. I've had this for about like a year and a half, which is pretty disgusting. So that means it looks pretty disgusting. Usually people would be like, oh my god, it's expired, you gotta get a new one. Listen girl, we don't got money to get new ones all the time and everything's expired. This fucking hangover primer is expired too, and it just works exactly the same, girl. And then I basically just use this Morphe brush that I got out of this like this eye brush set. It's just a regular angle, and then it has a spoolie at the end to help me. I'll like brush my hairs back. Oh, I should probably turn that off, huh? I try to get on as much as I can, but it's a little dry, you know, so it's like hard to get in there. I start off with my tail right here. Call it my tail. Can you guys see? Not really. How about this? Yeah, you guys can see that. Okay, cool. So sometimes this is like the tricky part because you don't want to like make it too dark over here, but you don't want it to be too light either, or else you kind of like lose your eyebrow when you're like at a distance from somebody. So what I start doing is I start going from bottom to top, like so. And sometimes if, oh yeah, by the way, because I just heard this bitch. If you hear somebody upstairs yelling or crying and screaming, those are my neighbors upstairs, so I deeply apologize for them. They're very annoying. They always wake me up. Yeah. If I see little gaps on the bottom and it looks like really disgusting, like patchy and stuff, then I go back with the pencil and then I fix it. But right now I think we're in the clear. I think. Let me see. I think that's good enough. Yeah, so that's what we got. A little bit of a gradient, nothing too crazy. Now, for you guys and for you guys only, I'm going to carve this out and then I'll do the other brow off camera. I basically just use Shape Tape. Sometimes I do use my foundation that I'm using that day. The concealer, it just does a better job. Oh, if you don't know what a concealer brush looks like, by the way, because I know when I started, I was like, what the hell is that? This bad boy right here. If you want to focus. I think that's focused. Okay, yeah. I do one of these, one of these, one of these, and one of those. So now when I'm done with my brow, and I believe that it looks good, I put on the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. It looks like this. Some of the letters are like not here. So now I'm going to do the other brow off camera, and then I will use the brow gel. Okay guys, so I got both brows on. So now I'm going to use the brow gel. For foundation, Maybelline Superstay 24-Hour Foundation. Girl, it's the wave. So I'm just going to shake her up. I guess I should zoom you guys a little bit closer, huh? That's fine. Like, you can't get too close to this. The one that works better for underneath my eyes would be the Real Techniques. The Real Techniques. That's what it is. Real Techniques sponge. Don't know why that was so hard. It's a little bit dirty, but I cleaned it. I swear, it's just stained. The second one that I use for all over my face, you might have seen it, Juno & Co. You know, for those people out there that can't find their shade. My shade is 220 Natural Beige. That's what I am. It's spitting like everywhere. Okay, anyway. I take my concealer brush one more time, and what I basically do is I come closer because you can see this little Shape Tape thing going on. Okay. And see, it's all fixed. Now we move on to the highlighting, contouring, and yeah. I got the Tarte Shape Tape in Light Sand. So because I got it in Light Sand, it's a little light on me. So this was basically when I didn't really know what color to use for not foundation, for concealer. I basically just do a little bit right here, a little bit right there, but then I go ham everywhere else. Just make a little thing. So that's what Shape Tape does for me because it's really light, so it brightens up everything. Now is the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Conceal and Contour in C7. So it looks like this if you're not aware. Mainly because I know a lot of friends are going to watch this and they want to learn how to do their makeup and they choose to learn it from me. So the trick with this is basically to leave your eyes last because the more it dries down a little bit, the more coverage you get. We're going to start off with the forehead, and I'm just going to go right here. Now, I use my Real Techniques, and I do underneath. For powder, I use this Dermablend Loose Setting Powder in Translucent. Okay, so it looks like this. As you can tell, I've been using it for a while. And it expires in 24 months after opening. And the girl don't really bake that much. So she is going to take a Morphe Y11 brush. It looks just like so. I came across this Black Radiance Concealer Stick. It's gonna, yeah, okay. Gonna chisel myself. So this is in the color 8002. I'm going to be using my Artis Oval 6 brush. Bam! Finally got her, and I just cleaned her, you know what I'm saying. Girl bacon. The other thing I like to bake are my smile lines. I feel like it just makes them last a little bit longer without creasing, which probably isn't even true because I still crease, but I'm just gonna set the rest of the face using my Dermablend because I love my Dermablend. So a trick to know if you got everything, meaning with the powder, just feel your face, and if it feels a little sticky and tacky, then you need to go back in, or the powder just isn't working. But for a little more intensity, we're going with the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. So basically, and now this stuff, very dangerous. Be careful. And I say that because it's very pigmented. We're gonna bake. So I'm actually gonna bake a little bit of my forehead too, just because I don't really like how it looks right now. So I'm gonna do that first. So for blush, girl, we gotta go with Morphe. And you know what I just forgot to tell you guys? I literally just forgot to tell you guys what brush I used, by the way, talking about Morphe, to bronze up my face. So I used the Morphe R2 brush, and I just used some random powder brush I got off of Wish. Now we're set up. Okay, so as for blush, which I love Morphe blushes, at least this trio right here, this is the, I believe it's the Pop of Rose. That's what it is. Pop of Rose Blush Trio. So we have Legendary, Driven, and Hustle. I hardly ever use Hustle unless I'm doing like some extravagant look where I need it to be really dramatic. But other than that, with my Morphe E4, I'm going to take a little bit of Driven and Legendary. Tap that shit off. Okay, so since I have dry skin, girl, this shit's coming off. There we go. Looks a little bit better because it's muted a little bit, I think. How does the camera look? Look good. Okay. Just gotta blend it, you know. Because too much of a harsh line I don't like on me. I like it on other people, but for me it just looks like bad. So now what I'm going to do is set my face with Urban Decay All Nighter. Okay. Woof! Girl! Then I'm going to push in a little bit over here in my forehead. Okay. Basically everywhere but my highlight. So speaking of highlights, my favorite person on this planet that I have not met yet. Come on, people. If you know me, you know I love Jeffree. So this is the 24 karat Skin Frost Pro Palette. Don't know what just happened to me. Where's my highlight brush? Okay, cool. So this is a Morphe R31. Looks like this. Girl, we going in with Sarcophagus and Legendary. That's what we're doing. Literally is what we're doing. I love Sarcophagus. Sometimes King Tut can be like a little dark on me, so it brings me like a cast. Legendary kind of gives me a cast too. Basically all of these give me a cast except for Sarcophagus, which is, other hand, this one. So basically I have to mix Sarcophagus in order to use the other ones as well. Now I'm just going to set my face again. Bam. Don't need too much, girlfriend. Don't need too much. Because that's just wasting your money. I'm just going to pat everything in. Eyeliner. Let me see if I can zoom you guys in. Oh. So this is the Maybelline Line Stiletto in probably the blackest black. Yep, blackest black. Cute. So that's how I do one eye. I'm just gonna do the other eye, and yeah, be right back. I'm just gonna curl my lashes. I'm always on the hunt for a good mascara. Haven't found one that I'm totally in love with. So right now I'm doing Maybelline Total Temptation. It looks like this. The only bad thing about it, I guess, would be that it clumps in the tube, like, a lot. I'm actually gonna do my, my lips today because why not? My hair is messy. I know it looks like poop. The lip queen herself is who I'm going to be using, aka Jeffree Star. So, if you don't know what this is a lip scrub. It basically exfoliates your lips and makes your lips get ready for a liquid lipstick, to be exact. It just makes the lipstick look better on you. Oh, and this is in the flavor Blue Raspberry Sucker. So good, honestly. So it's a snack and a lip scrub. Okay, cool. If you don't know what it looks like inside, it looks like this. And I'm going to be using Jeffree's liquid lipstick, Thick as Thieves. This is one of my favorite ones. Always shake it before you use his lipsticks. This is one of my favorite ones because it's kind of like, I don't know, it's like it's not too much. I don't know how to explain it. We'll see in a second. It's like pinky, mauvey warmness, and it's just like great. Okay everyone, so I just finished fixing my lipstick because I'm not used to lipstick at all. So and I don't think there was a Thick as Thieves lip liner. Yeah, I don't think there was, or else I probably would have used it. That's basically how I would do my everyday makeup. For everyone that wants to learn a little bit more about makeup, that knows me personally, I hope this helped you. Yeah, so basically just tell me whatever else you guys want to know, and I'll be glad to film it for you guys. Yeah, that's basically it. So have a nice morning, afternoon, evening, night, whatever it is, guys, and yeah, bye!